to my friends at Dyersburg Primary School. My name is Vanessa Kane. I'm the Children's Director here at MacIver's Grant Public Library, and I am bringing you a book today that goes along with your theme, our community, things that move. What moves in the picture on the front of this book? Can you tell me something that moves in our community that is pictured on that book? Can you just say it right out? Say it loud. A fire truck. That's right. Fire trucks do move through our community all the time, and when they move through our community, they're going fast sometimes with their sirens on, and they're going to help people. And I like that about talking about things that move in our community that help people. The other thing in this book that we're going to talk about is the alphabet. This book has a really good fire truck in it, but then we are also going to talk about the letters of the alphabet, so I'm really excited about that. This book was written by Audrey Wood, and she's one of my favorite writers. I really like Audrey Wood. And she wrote the words, so she is the author. And Bruce Wood drew the pictures, so he's the illustrator. That means he did all these wonderful pictures. Oh, and look at that. What is that right there? Can you see that? I bet you already know what it is. It's the alphabet, isn't it? And it's got big letters and little letters. And this book's going to have big letters and little letters in it. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. I think that'll be cool. This book is published by Blue Sky Press. The little letters in Charlie's alphabet had worked hard all year long in school, helping him learn to read and write. Do little letters help you read and write? As Charlie packed to visit his grandparents, his alphabet took off on a pencil. They were ready for vacation, too. The little letters soared past the moon to Alphabet City, the place where they were made. You can see in the window, can you see where the letters came out? You can see their trail, and they're on a pencil, and they're flying past the moon. And they're going back home for vacation. Have you ever thought about letters taking a vacation? These are all the little letters. They're not the big letters. Can you see them in the picture? All the little ones. The next morning, Charlie's alphabet came across some capital letters with a new fire engine. They were practicing with their big fire hoses. "Let us try, please," the little letters begged. "Well, okay," Fire Chief F said, "just for a minute." There's all those big letters. Look at them getting ready. They're practicing, so they'll be ready if something happens with their big fire truck. Can you see the big R and the big B and the big G and the big K? And look at all the little letters. They said, "Oh my goodness, we want to do that too. Can we do it?" And let's see if I can find Fire Chief F. There's Fire Chief F. He said, just for a minute. But when the little letters tried, the hose whipped around like a wild snake, spraying all over the capital letters. "Fire hoses are for big letters only," Fire Chief F exclaimed. "Go and play where you won't get into trouble." Look at all that water. That was a pretty heavy hose for some little bitty letters. Do you think the letters are happy or sad that they're not going to get to play anymore? What do you think? Would you be happy or sad if they said, sorry, fire hose just for big people? Tell me what you think. Behind the firehouse, they discovered an old, broken-down fire engine. Little E and little X had an excellent idea. "Let's rescue it," they exclaimed. And there's another X word, exclaimed. Little E and little X. Excellent. They exclaimed. Those are both words that start with E and X. That's kind of cool, isn't it? But do you see the old fire truck? Do you think they'll be able to fix that up? All the little letters searched until they found what was needed to fix up the old fire truck. Look at them looking all around. What can they find? Look at that. I see an R found rope. S found a seat. Z found a zebra. Do you think a zebra is going to help fix up a fire truck? I found an ice cream. T found what? What's that? A tire. Tire. R found rope. We already said that, didn't we? E found an extinguisher. Do you think that a fire truck needs a fire extinguisher? It does, doesn't it? What other things do you see back there that those letters found that will help fix up the truck? When they were finished, it looked fantastic. Look what they did to that old truck. Look how great it looks. And all the little letters are all over it, aren't they? Clang, clang! Little Bee rang the fire engine bell as they drove away. Soon they came to some letters trying to wash a very dirty car. That is a very dirty car, isn't it? What letters are washing it? Can you tell me what letters they are? What letter is this right here? That's a big M, isn't it? And what is this letter? That's a little U. And what is this letter? It's kind of curved a little bit. He looks almost like a 6, doesn't he? But he's this little D. So if you put those letters together, it'd be D. Mud is all over that very dirty car. That's a pretty neat little thing to put in that picture, isn't it? I think so too. To the rescue, little R shouted as they turned on their fire hoses. Before long, they were aiming them perfectly, and the car was sparkling clean. They used their fire hoses to clean the mud off that car. Look at that. And do you see that they did use a zebra? They did use a zebra on the little fire truck, didn't they? Do you think they helped that car by cleaning it up? That was a good thing to do, wasn't it? That was a good friend to be. Further down the road, they heard sad cries for help. 3 letters had climbed too high in a tree, and they were afraid to come down. Look at that. Can you see the letters up in the tree? Can you see what letters they are? What letter is that? C. K. What letter is that? A. That's right. And what letter is that? He's kind of hiding behind some leaves. Can you see him? T. So K. What's in the tree? A cat is in the tree. That's kind of funny, isn't it? Now it's letters up there instead of a real cat. But I think that the fire truck is going to help them out. Let's see. Our fire engine has ladders and nets, Little N shouted. We will rescue you. And there is their big net. What do you think? Do you think they'll help the cat that's in the tree? The cat letters? K, As the sun began to set beyond the city, Charlie's little letters noticed an angry cloud of smoke in the sky. Look, little F exclaimed. The letter-making factory is on fire! Oh no. You see? Can you see the fire in the background? Oh no. If the factory burns, little X said, that would be extra bad. Children won't have alphabets to learn at school. Oh no, people like Charlie will be in trouble. People like you will be in trouble. They won't have any little letters to learn about. Or big letters if the letter factory gets messed up. Woo-wee, woo-wee! A loud siren sounded. The capital letters were speeding down the road in their big fire engine toward the factory. But as they passed by, a tire blew out, and the big truck spun out of control and rolled over. None of the capitals were hurt, but they were scattered everywhere. And what is wrong with the fire truck now? Can it go? Can it go if it's upside down? Look at all of the large, big letters all over. Oh my goodness, I'm glad nobody was hurt. That looks like it was a bad accident. When the little letters saw that the big fire engine was broken, they came to the rescue again. Climb aboard, capitals, little C called. Our fire engine can fight the fire. All the letters hung on tightly as the little engine sped to the fire. And there's all the letters on the little letters fire truck. Do you see all the big ones and little ones? It looks like they've paired up. I can see the big H and the little H, and I can see the big E and the little E, and I can see the, what is over here? The big I and the little I, and the big L and the little L. That's pretty cool. I think they're going to work together. What do you think? At the factories, the letters aimed their hoses and sprayed the water into the boiling smoke and fire, just like a fire engine does here. Does that in Alphabet Land too? Look right there. Oh, wow, look at that water hitting the fire. Can you see that there's people on the ladder coming up to help? Letters on the ladder coming up to help. Inside the factory, they used their ladders and nets to rescue a new batch of little E's trapped on a burning balcony. Look at what's inside the factory. Can you see the little E's? There's all the little E's up on top, and they're coming down the ladder. And there's the letters holding that big fire hose and aiming it toward the fire. And can you see the big buckets of paint and plastic that all the letters are made out of? And there's some more little E's coming down and another ladder. And see how their friends are holding the ladder to keep it safe? At last the fire was out. Clang, clang! Fire Chief F rang the fire engine bell. And then he announced, Charlie's little letters and their fantastic fire engine are welcome at our firehouse any time. So it's not just for big letters anymore. Charlie's letters saved the day, didn't they? The next day, as they rode in a parade through the streets of Alphabet City, the Alphabet heroes were cheered by everyone. And at the end of the parade, some of the new letters that had been saved from the ruins spelled out a message to Charlie's alphabet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There are the letters. There's the parade. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see mud written right here in the crowd. I see cat written right here in the crowd. They helped a lot of people, didn't they? They helped a lot of letters. The little letters returned home just in time. Charlie's vacation had ended too. He needed his little letters to help him write an important card to his grandparents. And so they did. There's the little letters on the windowsill to help Charlie when he's writing his letter. And what does Charlie's letter say? Thank you, thank you, thank you. He must have had a good time on his vacation too. I like that book. Just like in our other book, everybody worked together to make something happen in their community. And I think that is one of the wonderful things that we can say about our community, is that we work together. All right, I hope that you will work together today with your friends and be really good for your teachers. And I hope that you have a wonderful day learning about your community and the things that move in it. I'll see you later. Have a great day.